Nobody cares, not like you do. Not about your dreams, your fears, your pain. And that's not cruelty, it's clarity. The sooner you stop expecting others to rescue you, the sooner you start saving yourself. This is where Stoic philosophy begins, with ownership, not applause. Marcus Aurelius didn't write to be seen. He wrote to stay aligned. And today, you'll learn why the Stoics believed that when you stop performing for the world, you start becoming who you were meant to be. No audience, no validation, just purpose. Let's begin. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still wrote to remind himself of one truth. We all love ourselves more than others, but care more about their opinion than our own. The Stoics didn't seek validation. They sought virtue. They knew that true strength isn't found in how others see you, it's built in silence when no one is watching. The world today floods us with noise, opinions, applause, and distraction. But Stoic wisdom cuts through it. You don't control what people think. You only control how you live. And when you take radical ownership of your mind, your choices, and your path, you become unshakable. Pillar 1. No one is watching as closely as you think. Most people are trapped by an illusion that everyone is watching, that every move, every word, every post is being judged. But the truth, people forget. They scroll past. They're busy with their own chaos. Your life isn't a show. You don't owe the world a performance. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, don't waste time worrying about what others do or think. Focus on what you control. The anxiety you feel, the hesitation before acting, it's often rooted in imaginary eyes. You think you're being watched, but you're being ignored, and that's freeing because when you realize no one's watching, you can stop performing and start building. You don't need likes to take a step forward. You don't need applause to act with integrity. The work you do when no one is looking is the work that matters most. That's where character is forged. That's where self-respect is earned. So ask yourself, if no one ever knew I did this, would I still do it? That question reveals the difference between a performer and a builder. Choose to build. Pillar 2. Entitlement destroys growth. You're not owed support, not because you tried, not because you hurt, not because you exist. That sounds harsh, but it's liberating. Epictetus said, don't wish for things to happen as you want. Wish for them to happen as they do, and you'll live in peace. The Stoic doesn't expect comfort. He prepares for discomfort. Entitlement whispers, you deserve better. Stoicism replies, earn better. The world owes you nothing. So when it gives you nothing, don't collapse. Build. The absence of help is not injustice. It's a challenge, a test, an invitation to grow. When you let go of entitlement, you stop waiting. You start working, you stop complaining, you start creating. And here's the truth. Everything you build from zero means more. Everything you overcome without applause becomes part of your foundation. You're not helpless, you're powerful, but only if you stop waiting to be rescued and start rescuing yourself. Pillar 3. Own the one thing you truly control. You don't control the economy. You don't control your past. You don't even control how others see you. But you do control one thing completely, your mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The modern world trains us to guard everything except our thoughts. We protect our passwords more than our peace. We defend our image more than our inner world. But the Stoic knows, everything begins in the mind. Clarity, discipline, peace, action, character. If your mind is weak, your life will collapse under pressure. If your mind is trained, you can face anything with composure. So what does ownership mean? It means questioning your thoughts, challenging your reactions, directing your focus like a weapon, not letting it be hijacked by noise. It means treating your attention as sacred, filtering what enters your mind with the same care you filter what enters your body. Because if you don't lead your mind, someone else will. And once you reclaim that territory, you realize something powerful. You don't need to control everything around you. You just need to master what's inside you. Key practice 1. The 10-second rule. Before reacting, pause, count to 10. Breathe. Let the emotion pass like a wave. In that pause, you reclaim your power. The Stoic doesn't lash out. He responds with reason, not reflex. One pause can prevent 1,000 regrets. Key practice 2. 1 hour of solitude. Each day, block out 1 hour. No phone, no notifications, no noise, just you and your thoughts. Journal, reflect, observe. That silence becomes your strength, because the person who can sit alone becomes unshakable in the crowd. Key practice. 3. No comparison hour. Every day, take 1 hour off social media. Use that time to review your goals, not someone else's highlight reel. Comparison kills direction. Focus rebuilds it. Track your own progress. That's the only competition that matters. Nobody's watching as closely as you think. And that's not something to fear, it's the key to your freedom. When you stop performing for the world, you start showing up for yourself. When you stop chasing validation, you start cultivating character. That's the Stoic way. You don't need applause to be disciplined. You don't need recognition to be powerful. And you don't need anyone's permission to begin. So ask yourself, what did I become today? Not what you achieved. Not who approved. What did you become? Stronger, wiser, clearer? That's the only scoreboard that matters. If this message sparked something in you, subscribe to the channel. Why? Because here, you'll find the tools to train your mind consistently. Not just motivation for a moment, but mental strategies you can actually apply. In a world full of noise, we offer direction. In a world full of distraction, we build discipline. If that's what you're seeking, this is your space. So subscribe now and drop a comment below with, "I take full ownership of my life." Let that be your commitment, visible and intentional. And remember, the world may not be watching, but you are. And that's more than enough.